I always forget that when I film over here, the angle is like very odd. Also, look how like yellow was a bad thing to wear. Actually, no, yellow was a great thing to wear today, but the time that I'm filming is a bad time to film. Hello Friendsies, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're gonna have a little snack together instead of lunch. Usually this would be a let's have lunch. Let's have a snack because I had lunch earlier today. I got my cup of water, stay hydrated. I got a little pudding cup, some Milano double dark chocolate cookies, and strawberry bits. Let's have a snack and let's chat because a lot's been going on. And yes, I'm gonna get serious and talk about like the things in the world that are happening, but like also like let's just catch up about what's going on in our personal lives. Because there's been a lot going on in my personal life. I like to do like the strawberries dipped in the chocolate pudding because I don't have time to do like melted chocolate. You know what I mean? So I mentioned this in videos that I made in October. Dropping things. That I got a second job. Okay? We moved into here August 12th. I sent in my application because I've never done a cover letter before in my life. And I had to do a cover letter and everything, which was like so scary and weird. I don't know how to be like a professional lady. So it was very weird and different. Did all that at like 4 a.m. on like August 28th. And then didn't have an interview until, I think they started interviews on September 13th. And I had an interview on like September 14th. And then I don't think I like, when is this? I think last week was the first full week I've done without training. So I started like mid-October because it took forever to do. I had to do like paperwork at the town hall of the town that I live in. And I had to do like a background check thing. I had to like fill out a form and like bring it to the police station, which was so fucking uncomfortable. I hated every second of it. And like, that's coming from a white woman. I was so fucking uncomfortable. It was awful. And nobody fucking there knows how to do their job. Like literally just proof that they don't know how to do their job because they can't even do clerical work. Like it's crazy. I had to wait for like all this paperwork to go through and everything. But yeah, I think last week was the first week that I was there without like being on training basically. So your girl is officially a librarian. So excited. Like I'm so happy. I like don't look excited because I forget that I'm so far down at this desk because I don't sit in my other chair. I'm very, very excited and so happy to be a librarian. I'm officially a librarian at like the library in the town that we work at now or that we live in now. And I work at like the front desk section. It's called circulation if anybody doesn't know. But I work at the front desk section. So I help you get your library card. And if you return books, I'm the lady that like, sorry, my hair's being weird. I'm the lady that like checks those books in. And if you have holds at the library, I grab them for you and I help you check your books out. My cat just came through the window and scared the life out of me. This like opens into like a covered porch over here. Like that area, it opens to like a covered porch. So I opened that screen to let her come in and out of. So that's what she's doing. She's been out on the porch for like an hour. And now she's coming inside. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. So that's what I'm doing now. I work at the library and I love it so much. It's a fantastic job. I love my coworkers. There's two of them that I like adore, and everybody else I just love like so much. They're great. They're all so nice to me. I have a lot of trauma from my retail job because I worked there for 9 years. You hear that past tense. I worked there for 9 years and literally was just treated like garbage the entire time. So I have a lot of trauma. And all of them are so nice to me. Anytime I make a mistake and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. They're like, you're literally fine. Like, you're new. How are you supposed to know that? And I'm like, oh my God, you're right. So, so let me tell you about the retail job, right? So when I first started working there, had open availability. Like, anytime you need me, I'm there. And because of that, I mostly closed. Like, I was mostly a closing shift, like, there until the store closed. Sorry. And that was just, like, super hard for me physically anyway, but then, like, also mentally and emotionally, because of some, like, personal stuff, and then also I was stalked for 6 months when I was on a closing shift, and, like, nobody in management, like, gave a single shit about that. So eventually I did get my availability changed to, like, I could only work the mornings. And I believe it was earlier this year, like March or April, or maybe even last year, I don't remember. But I was still pretty much had, like, open availability. The only day I couldn't work was Saturdays. And when I switched to mornings, I said I couldn't work Wednesdays. But then earlier this year, or like last year, I don't remember, I changed my availability, so I had to leave at, like, a certain point each day, and I wasn't available Mondays anymore. So I had Monday, Wednesday, Saturday off. So then with getting the job at the library, obviously the library was going to take, like, priority to me because I wanted to get out of my retail job anyway. But I was like, hey, it would be better if I was getting 2 paychecks. And unfortunately, that retail job was paying me not well, but, like, it was like the state that I moved out of, where I'm kind of like, all I have to do is cross state lines. Like, it's not far, but it's still a bit of a drive. And this, where I live right now, like, specifically the place I live in now and what I pay for rent, 2 jobs would be perfect. Not physically or mentally, but financially. But what happened is, with the library being available, I said, okay, my new availability for my retail job is that I can work Monday, Thursday, and every other Friday. But I'm closing my Sundays. Like, I wouldn't be available on Sunday because that would literally be my only day off between 2 jobs. And every other Friday I would get off. I put that availability. My manager immediately denied it and told me we were going to have a conversation about it. And the conversation was basically, hopefully the lighting gets a little better. The conversation was basically her being like, if you're not willing to open up your Sundays for us, then it's probably time for you to leave. And I was like, okay, that's fine, then I'll leave. In retail, right before 4th quarter, which is, like, the holiday season, which retail fucking explodes during. So, ouch to my wallet, but also, like, sucks to suck, bitch, I'm gone. Especially when you consider I worked in the kids' clothing department, and the other manager for, like, the departments I worked in is a fucking idiot and doesn't do anything. Oh my God, I left her a card because one of my new coworkers at the library was like, when I left my job in retail, I wish I had done, like, XYZ. And she gave me the idea, so I took this idea. I'm going to put it in the video because I honestly love it. So that's when I left my shitty manager. So fucking funny. I haven't been back. I have a couple of coworkers that are still there that I would like to visit at some point. Don't mind me, I'm just throwing strawberries into my pudding. I have a couple coworkers, or, like, old coworkers there that I would like to visit at some point. I haven't been back since. And one of my friends that still works there texted me and was like, oh, I didn't know you left her a card. And I was like, yeah, it was super mean. So I didn't want to tell you and have you be mad at me. And she's like, well, she said she left you a card, but she didn't say what it said. So I sent her the video of what I said, and I was like, if it's too mean, don't be mad at me. And she was like, oh no, I thought you were going to be way meaner. Wasn't as mean as I could have been, so she should be thankful. Anyway, so that's why October was a fucking mess for videos. Because, one, the video about the Sims series, sorry, this is the most annoying sound. The video about the Sim series and what happened to the occults was like a huge undertaking for me, both filming, research, editing wise. Like, it was a lot more than even like doing Not So Berry. It was like 10 times more of everything compared to regular videos. So that was a lot. And then I wanted to do it regardless. I just really wish it had been posted when it was supposed to be posted. And then I was going to be doing the last week of October, the Monday to the Friday. I was going to do 5 days worth of videos because I was going to do a Let's Play of... Couldn't decide originally between Franbo and Silent Hill 2 remake. Is that the one? And then either way, between the time it took to get the video about the occults up and then having 2 weeks in October where I was trying to balance 2 jobs, it just did not work. And on one hand, I'm like super disappointed in myself because I had these plans for October, like at least since August. Because like, yes, I was moving, but I was like, you know, when we get settled down, I love spooky month. It'll be great. I'm going to try so hard to like get this video done. Hold on. I'm going to change the angle of my camera. Okay, that feels a little better. I'd had these ideas since August because I figured once we moved, everything would be settled so I could do stuff. And then that's just it. Like, got a new job, had to figure out the old job, quit the old job. It just like, it was a lot. So I am super disappointed in myself for how October turned out. But at the same time, I'm like realistic about how October turned out. Why is my camera like, is it just the lighting? Is that the reason why I look so like hazy and beautiful? It's also the yellow background and the yellow shirt. And I feel like I look washed out and weird. Anyway. So that's what my life has been. Please let me know in the comments, like, what wild shit has been happening to you through September and October, because that's the wild shit that's been happening to me. And then through, like, all the time it's taking me to edit, and then, like, I mean, you saw last week's video. I haven't been in front of a camera in so much longer than you would think. Oh, sorry, excuse me, I have the burps. So I don't know, I feel like weird about videos right now, but I'm not like, not in a bad way, just in a, wow, I really need to like get my shit together and get in front of a camera again way. And I've been playing so much Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It's been crazy. I love this game. Shout out to Luxy Games. Love you for getting me on Hello Kitty Island Adventure. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys have been up to and like how your life has been, because that's been my life. It's been bananas. And then I'll say it again in December, and I'll probably say it a couple times in December, but there's not going to be a video the last Wednesday of the month because that literally falls on Christmas, and I am somebody who celebrates Christmas and my family celebrates Christmas. So I'll say it a couple times in September, in December, but there's not going to be a video in December. So I think we missed, that'll be like a total of three videos. How many videos? Because earlier this year too, we were still doing 2 videos a week. So I don't know if we'll have exactly 52 or if we'll have like a little bit over, a little bit under. I don't know. I like doing a video every week. I've said this a million times. I like doing a video every week. It's just sometimes I have to come to the terms that sometimes it's not realistic. Which sucks. How are you? How are you doing? Outside of the stuff I'm going to talk about in a minute, but how are you? How are we all doing? How was your last couple of months? Mine have been bananas. Now we're going to talk about the serious shit from last week. So, regardless of everything else, we are still trying to help our 3 Palestinian families evacuate. We still have Abdullah's family, who is so close to meeting their goal. And that is money for, 1, to evacuate Palestine completely if/when the Rafah crossing opens up. But it's also money for them after the fact of them getting out. That's why if you're like, wow, that's a lot, it is a lot because they need that money for the way to get out, but also resources after the fact. We also have Rami's family. Same thing. Rami's family has been at kind of a standstill for a very long time. And I can say, I haven't had the extra money lately to donate. And also the extra money I did have, because I was giving myself a little like gift as like congratulations for the new job, because last week we did do a fucking haul. So that is on me, and I recognize that. But also Rami's family has been at a standstill pretty much since we started talking about them. And same thing, if you're like, wow, that's kind of a lot of money, the reason why is because they need their way out in resources after the fact. And we still have Sajud's family. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong in pronouncing her name. But same thing, they are, the way GoFundMe like updated and the way they do it now shows like a percentage, and she and her family are only at 1%. And I know if everybody donates at least $5, if you need to only pick one of the families, if you can't do 15 across the three of them, if we can donate at least $5 to one of these families, we can help them. Because in relation to what happened in this country in the last week, oppression is connected. I know, like, if you follow me on Instagram at all, which I suggest you guys do, because there's a lot of times where a lot of resources and a lot of information that doesn't necessarily make it into videos is shared, because there are a lot more people out there that can say things a lot more concisely and a lot more eloquently than I can. But what's happening in the United States right now is genuinely very scary and so concerning. And like, it's so weird because I'm so scared for myself. But at the end of the day, no matter if I'm gay, poor, have disabilities, like whatever, I'm still the white woman that I am. So I am still significantly safer than any minority group, although being a woman is extra scary now. Where I live too, I think the reason I feel like extra uneasy is because where I live too, unfortunately, pretty much every house we drive by on our street has like not just like signs, but like huge, like painted on their side of their house, like banners that people like would buy for graduations, like huge Trump acknowledgements. So I feel very uncomfortable because I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere situation. And weirdly enough, the police station actually isn't too far from me, but it's not like it matters because calling the cops isn't gonna fucking do anything. Like I said earlier in this video, they couldn't even do clerical work right. So I don't know what to do. That is why, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I encourage you follow me on Instagram, not because I'm trying to like, oh my god, follow me, like get me followers, like I'm an influencer, but genuinely, like in the world we live in the political climate we're in the situation that the United States is currently in, I share so much information there. And it's a way for us to share information as well, because I don't know how easy that's going to be in the future. In the next 4 years, I don't know how easy sharing information is going to be or continue to be. And we all need it. Support your local libraries. People are going out and buying books that are already banned or almost definitely will be banned in the next 4 years, which is good. Like, get them, have them, but also support local libraries, like genuinely, not just because I'm a librarian now, but because the more those books circulate through like people checking them out, the more accessible they will become through libraries. So if you check like a banned book out, and somebody else is like, damn, I really wish there was a second copy so I could also check that book out and like, you know, take notes on it or whatever. The more people that are checking out these books, the more libraries will order so that they are available. Don't bother Black people, especially Black women. Don't bother them. Don't go to them and be like, what should we do? What should we do? You have all the answers. What should we do? Or like, can you please comfort me? Don't fucking do that. That's weird and disgusting. And also, like, especially Black people have been trying to tell us shit about all of this, about fucking just any of this political nightmareness for a long time. Like, people of color in general, but like also Black people, and like especially Black women. Don't fucking bother them. The only reason you should be going on any Black person's social media page is to send them money in their PayPal or, you know, any other links that they may have, and also like like their content and share their content, anything that they're sharing. Don't bother them and don't ask them for comfort or for help, because they've tried for years to give us any information, help, or warning, and nobody fucking listens, especially not white women. So don't bother them. This channel is always and will forever be a safe place for any and all minority groups. When I say this, no, I don't mean trans men and the quote unquote good ones, but this is not a safe space for men at all. White men are the problem in this country. In the United States, white men are the problem in this country. If you feel offended by that statement specifically, this channel is not for you and you can go fuck yourself. And I will block you after making a public nuisance of you. I will publicly humiliate you. I've been over this. But yeah, please know that this is a safe space for you. This channel will always be, and has always like aimed to be, where you can kind of come and shut your brain off and just vibe for 20 to 30 minutes, however fucking long my videos are, so that you can take a break, so that you can then go feel rested and do whatever you need to do to fight and protect yourself and protect others. But also, I'm not going to not share information just because we need like some time to like take a break. I'm always going to be sharing information and doing whatever I can. And I always say this, that I do the bullshit bare minimum because I'm not out there on the front lines. I'm not actively protesting. I'm not actively doing XYZ, but I am always going to be somewhere where you can get information. And if I'm ever sharing misinformation or you want more of a specific type, please let me know in the comments. I am here to do that for you. I don't really know what else to say other than if you voted for that motherfucker, I hope you burn in hell. And again, if you want to come into my comments and act like a fucking idiot, I will publicly humiliate you and then block you. So, you know, if you want to waste your time doing it, that's fine. I only work 3 days a week now, baby. I got time. It's super dark where I'm sitting. Got super serious because I needed to. Again, I feel like if you follow me on Instagram, you've already been seeing that like I've been talking about this stuff, but because I haven't really, I've been on YouTube, but I haven't been on YouTube. Especially because last week's video was filmed mid-October and I didn't post it till now. So I just wanted to come on here and kind of like acknowledge it. I'm not great at talking about serious things because I always worry that even when I do have enough information, this is just a me thing. I always worry when I do have enough information that I still don't have all of it. So then I never want to like, I always feel like I'm going to give somebody misinformation by accident, which is never the intention. I look so hazy and it's literally just because of the lighting. Hi. So I'm always like not confident in myself when I'm talking about like politics or anything like that. That is why I always, like I say, I try to put infographics and I encourage you to follow my Instagram. Even if you, from my Instagram, you use it to follow other people, I would prefer you do that because a lot more people can say things a lot more intelligently, a lot more eloquently than I can. But anything that I'm sharing, I believe in and I stand behind. I'm not sharing random bullshit. I'm sharing what I believe in. Thank you for joining me for snack time. I'm still working on a couple cookies, but let me know what you had to eat as well. Let me know what your snack was. Let me know what you've been up to, what your snack was, how we've been doing besides that, because I know how we've been doing is just a long, constant, unending, like throat-destroying scream. I know that's how we're doing. And I know that this is incredibly stressful and incredibly scary. Please know that I love all of you, especially all of you who are the most vulnerable out there and the ones that have the biggest targets on your back. I love you and I support you so much. And I am always here if you need to reach out and just like fucking scream. I'm here for that. Across my social medias, anywhere at all. I have Tumblr too. It's the same username. If you just want to go into my fucking Tumblr asks and like scream forever, because I feel like that's like a good one to do. I don't know. I just hope that you know based off of this channel, based what I've talked about on this channel, based on, you know, the Palestinian families that we've been trying to raise money for, and just everything like in the past, essentially, that I've talked about and shown support for, that you feel comfortable here and you feel safe here. Part of me wants to say, we've done it once, we'll do it again, because we made it through, but not everybody made it through the first time. And that's really scary and awful to think about. And we have to keep hope and we have to keep positivity, but we also have to be realistic about the situation. So it's a very weird dynamic that we're trying to hold on to. Yeah. Love you all very much. And I'll see you in the next video. And it won't be this fucking weird lighting next time. It's late at night. It's winter and it's getting later and later. Oh my God, the lighting is so bad. No, it's just getting worse. It's later in the day and it's winter, so it's just getting darker. And I picked a corner with no lights. My ring light's literally right there. I could have brought it over. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.